Yeah, let's go.
How's it going, guys? Darth Shigong here, gaming on the dark side, coming at you with a Dawn of Titans video. This weekend we've got the Boreal Revenant dropping down here. That event is going to bring us a Dragon Slayer from the past, Mahaha. And we're also getting an OG 5-star relic, the Shadow Dancer. Now before you guys all go jumping out and saying, hey, I don't want a Shadow Dancer because they're horrible, they did do a reskill on it. We will cover it in this video. So let's get into this thing and check out what we got. This event starts tomorrow, Thursday, September 9th. It's going to go all the way through to Monday, September 13th. It's going to give us 90 hours to grind this out. You know I'm a grinder. These videos are for my grinders. So let's get it done, guys. It's plenty of time if this is an event you want to go through. So before we go any further, I got to talk about the elephant in the room. We are going to talk about Shadow Dancer. As you can see, Shadow Dancer has been reskilled here. It says, with the launch of the Mahaha event, the 5-star Shadow Dancer relic will be updated with new skills. Now, these new skills will apply to any old Shadow Dancers someone already has, as well as the new ones people are going to be drawing or getting in this event. Now, back in the day, the old effects were 95% Titan range resist, 70% Titan damage, and 90% Titan health. Now, the fact that it was all Titan based is what made this not exactly the best 5-star for this meta and the last few metas, actually, right? Because it's all about the troops nowadays. You need to boost troops. So they have now done that. They've taken the Titan damage and the Titan health and added troop to it. So now at a level 10, you're going to have 70% Titan and troop damage and 120% Titan and troop health. That's pretty big. My only question is this base? I need someone that knows how to crunch these numbers better than me to look into that. Now, this does make this relic way more relevant in the current meta and probably moving forward as well. I'm glad they fixed this because a lot of people were really hating on Shadow Dancer there for a while. The only time it really shone bright was when you were able to max out range resist, and you were able to be completely immune with this and one other relic. I think it was when Gungnir came out, right? I mean, these guys were untouchable in the Ranger meta if you had this dude. Anyways, let's move forward now that we've seen Shadow Dancer, and let's check out Mahaha. Now, as I said earlier, Mahaha is an OG Dragon Slayer, right? This guy came out right after Necromancer and pretty much ended Necromancer's reign, in a couple weeks. Dude is pretty cool and a really interesting looking Titan. Overall, not too bad. Now, they have not revamped his skills at all, but they did add in a cool synergy relic. It'll be kind of up to you. Personally, most of these synergy relics for the Dragon Slayers, they're just like little band-aids that kind of make them slightly more relevant, but it doesn't bring them really into the meta. Anyways, let's check out his skills. Alright, so Mahaha's skills are pretty cool here. We got the first skill. It's 180% Titan and Troop Ice damage. You got 50% base Titan health and 50% base Imperial health. Now, whenever your Titan gets a critical hit, it's going to call a Corrupted Imperial and freeze one enemy. You'll get 5 of those Corrupted Imperial units, guys. And they're pretty gnarly and all. So let's move on to the second skill. The second skill is going to bring you 44% Titan critical, 150% Titan Troop Ice damage. Now, this will be 2 times in attack, so it's really 300% because I'm not seeing Mahaha sitting on defense anytime soon. You got 100% Titan and Troop armor, 2 times in attack, so it's really 200% armor there. Now, the next skill is going to bring you 44% Imperial critical, 25% Titan and Troop all elemental resist, and for each Corrupted Imperial called into battle, you're going to get 20% Titan and Troop ice damage and armor piercing, and it's going to grant you 10% haste, which basically means they'll move a little bit quicker and attack a little bit faster, a max of 5 times. So that's an extra 50% haste and up to 100% troop Titan ice damage and armor piercing. Not too bad. That's actually a pretty interesting skill there. Fourth skill is 240% Titan and Troop health, 88% Titan and Troop armor piercing, 2 times in attack, right? So it's 176%. We need way more than that. 25% Titan and Troop range resist, 2 times in attack, so it's 50% range resist. Now, if you put on that Shadow Dancer, you don't have to worry about range resist, at least for your Titan. Troops, we will still. Now, 35% Titan and Troop melee resist is the first part of the last skill. 117% Titan health to keep Mahaha alive. And on Titan Critical, you have a 50% chance for Mahaha will freeze up to 2 enemies within his aura. Right? So we need to have Mahaha live long enough to get those critical hits off to call the Corrupted Imperials. Plus, you also want to live long enough that he's able to freeze enemies and keep his aura up. So you're able to keep going from there, because you'll see in the Prestige skill, his aura also plays an effect. Alright, moving into the Prestige skills, the Arbiter of Death. Now, based off level 10, you'll have a 90% base Imperial damage boost. At Prestige level 1, you're going to unlock the first skill here within Mahaha's aura. See, that's why we got to keep that dude alive. Every 7 seconds, it's going to grant you 25% Titan and Troop ice damage and armor piercing. Now, I'm not too sure if this is like indefinite and there's no max. It doesn't show a max on here, so I think this goes on for the entire fight. So as the battle continues and keeps on going and going and going, these troops are going to hit harder, and they're going to dig in deeper through that armor piercing. So it's super important that Mahaha lives. My suggestion to you is to keep Mahaha just on the outskirts of the battle and let the units do their job. That way Mahaha's aura is still kicking off and Mahaha lives. Now, at Prestige level 4, within that same aura, it's going to debuff enemies minus 3% melee resist a max of 12 times. That's a total of negative 36 melee resist. That is huge. Because you want those units doing as much melee damage as possible. Now, Prestige level 7, we're going to double up on that aura. Now, you're going to be debuffing the enemies for negative 3% ice resist. That's going to give you a max of 12 of those. So that's going to happen 12 times. And I'm thinking these are probably all going off that 7-second mark there. And all. So that's pretty cool. That's another 36% ice resist coming off. So top that in the melee resist. Your units are getting stronger as the battle goes on. The fight, the longer your enemy allows you to live, the worse it's going to get for them. Now, unlock to Prestige level 10. When an Imperial troop's hit points drops below 40%, it will cast Rage on their location a max 8 times. Now, it's pretty key that it says location, because it's not just that single unit that will get raged that will splash to any units that are in its area, which is great. All right, especially since Imperials tend to kind of all group together anyways. That's going to help out a lot and keep you guys hitting harder, faster, meaner. So, I mean, overall, Mahaha is pretty gnarly. I can see exactly why this destroyed Necromancer so thoroughly when he came out. However, is it enough for the current meta? Your Minervas, your Kronos, your Oceanus? I don't think so. But, hey, I'll let you guys play with it. All right, let's move on. Moving into the Milestone Rewards, you can see this is going to be a 25,000 soul event. That's what these Dragon Slayer ones are looking like with the 5-star relics, which is not bad overall when it comes to the cost of an event. We also got Totec up in there at 10,000. That's a great value, especially if you need Totec for the Ward Gods Pantheon relic and all. That's really a good one. Plus his stuff, the Doom Prophecy, really buffs Totec up a lot. If you need that, you got Mahaha, Mahaha Sigil, and of course Shadow Dancer. Cool. So those are your Milestone Rewards. Let us move forward. Next up, we're going to cover those in-event rewards. I like covering this, man, because if you've been playing long enough, we all know we lost those 4,000 gems per week in the events, but they did make up for it by increasing the in-event rewards, and I like to really put that front and center, guys, because it's something important that we have to remember when we're looking at the cost of an event. In this event, you got 4,700 gems, 1,100 portal stones, and 7 boost tokens. And if you only get a 1-star roll, that's the numbers I got here. All in total, you're getting about 12,000 souls from this event just that way. That's like 48% of the event is paid for by the event itself, leaving you with about 13,000 souls that you got to quote-unquote buy with your saved up resources. So overall, guys, that's really not that bad. This is a 13,000 soul event when you look at it that way. Okay, let's take a look at these featured relics. We've got ourselves, of course, Shadow Dancer, right? Great relic. We kind of covered that already. You got the Draco Glacies. That's coming. That's the dragon skull there for the ice, and the Heart of Tiziric. This was these were from Mahaha's time. You can see they were going to help out with that corrupted Imperial damage there. those are all cool relics. However, we have way better relics coming out nowadays, so just keep that in mind, but they are at least there if you never got them. Let's move on to this sigil. Now, Mahaha sigil's not too bad here. It's interesting, right? We got 50% Titan and Troop Ice damage, 20% Titan and Troop melee resist, and 40% Corrupted Imperial Ice damage and armor piercing, which helps. Now, let's look at the synergy. When you hit level 5, it's going to increase Mahaha's aura by 30%, which we said is pretty good because it's super important. Mahaha's aura buffs the troops, and it also debuffs the enemy troops. So the bigger it is, the further Mahaha can stay out of the range of fire. Now at level 10, on those invoke Corrupted Soul here, the third skill, right? It will grant 75% Titan and Troop Ice damage and armor piercing rather than the 20%. So that helps out a lot since that's by 5 times. So now it's 375% Titan damage and armor piercing as opposed to, I think it was 100 before. So that does help. Now what I'm curious about is it 75% on top of the 20%? Or is it just 75% period? Because if it's 95% now that would be huge. And that helps out a lot. We're going to need some play testing going on. Let us know if that is the case. And that moves us into the Gaming on the Dark Side event milestones for this event. We've got 5 of them. You got 2,500 souls, you got your 3 event tokens. 10,000 souls, you got Toe Tech. 19,000 souls, you'll get yourself Mahaha. 22,000 souls, you get the Sigil. And for 25,000 souls, you get the Shadow Dancer. Let's do a quick breakdown of what it's going to take to grind out each one of these milestones. Let's start off with 3 event tokens. I always consider 3 event tokens the absolute minimum anyone should go to in an event, whether you're free to play, a grinder, whatever, doesn't matter, guys. You don't want to do the event, at least do this much. It goes by pretty quick. You're looking at 3 hours worth of grinding, guys. It's way worth it. You're getting 3 tokens, which is a 6,000 gem value because it costs you 2,000 gems per token for a future event. So save these up. Who knows what's coming around the corner? We have no idea. Nothing's been updated on the calendar yet, but we've got new things happening. Get them now. Moving into the 10,000 souls for Toe Tech. This dude's important if you want that Spirit of War, right? You need Achilles, Nergal, Tengu, and Toe Tech to get that amazing relic. It's going to take about 715 battles or 595 depending if you use the relics. It's going to take you from 10 to 12 hours to do this, guys. So it's not a horrible grind if you're going to do it, whether you're using the in-game relics or if you're just doing straight grind style. Next up, you got Mahaha, 19,000 souls. You need this Titan if you want to get yourself the Amber of Dragon's Pantheon relic. If you already got Mahaha and the relic, then don't worry about it. It's going to take you between 1,200 to a little over 1,300 battles to do this, depending on whether or not you're using boost relics. You're looking at 20 to 23 hours of grinding. Once again, very doable since we have 90 hours to grind this out, so keep that in mind whether you want to use the relics or save them for a future event. That's 7 relics, guys, you can put towards something better if you're willing to put in the extra work. Next on the grind list, guys, is Sigil. That should be Mahaha's darn autocorrect. Anyways, the Sigil at 22,000 souls. You're looking at between 1,400 to 15, a little under 1,600 battles there, guys, depending on what you get with those relic rolls, right? It could be less. Now you're looking at about 23.5 to 26.5 hours of grinding. Once again, very, very doable. And again, you're left with that question. Do I just want to put in the extra couple hours, a few extra 100 portal stones there, and save my 7 boost tokens for a future event? Or do I want to use them to get the Sigil? Completely up to you guys. But that's what that is. Let's move on now and check out what the grind for Shadow Dancer is going to be. Now for the brand new Shadow Dancer reskilled at 25,000 souls, guys, you're looking at anywhere between 1,600 to about 1,800 battles, depending on not whether you're using those relics and you only get 1-star rolls. Now you're looking at 27 to 30 hours of grinding. Even with a pure grind, 30 hours, guys, that's 1/3 of the time we have to grind this event out. Definitely grindable. Now I know grinding hurts and it sucks, but it saves you guys money. So keep that in mind. That's what's going to take to get you guys that last relic. The 5-star I feel is pretty cool. Now we're going to go into some final thoughts here and debate, is this grind worth it or not? When it comes to the Dragon Slayers in the current meta, the grind for them is not really worth it in my opinion, unless you need them for a Pantheon collection. right? The Amber Dragons really only helps them out, so once again, it kind of like, that does kind of negate that value, I guess, a bit. However, you do have Toe Tech in there, and it really comes down to, is Shadow Dancer worth it to you? Now, before they reskilled it, every single player you talk to would say absolutely not. You know, I mean, granted, yes, a 5-star is better than a non-5-star. Having it and is better than not having it. However, for 25,000 souls and a weekend's worth of grinding, no, I would say don't do it. But with it now being reskilled and doing troop damage and adding troop health, hey, it's a little more relevant, especially if you don't have another Berserker 5-star that you have there. This is going to be good for your Berserkers on attack and defense. So I can see, you know, this being on Cerberus even, and a couple other Titans, your Beowulf. You know, you got your Berserkers out there doing their thing. That sucker's going to help. So in that respect, if you don't have the 5-star and you need Toe Tech, I would say the grind is kind of worth it, right? However, because we have no idea what the next few weeks worth of events are going to be, we have not seen the new updated calendar, you know, I really can't say what's up. So I would say this: if you are going to grind it out based off the numbers and you're going to put that time in anyways, save the boost relics. That's 7 boost relics in this event, right, that you can put towards something else. And you're talking a difference of 3 hours worth of grinding, guys. So if you're going to invest, do it that way and save the boost relics. Just grind it out. You have, you know, 3 days, right? So that's what, 10 hours a day of grinding. I know it sounds like a lot, dude, but for the most part, you guys can auto attack and auto raid while you're watching some TV, man. Catch up on some Netflix, do something else, and just keep tapping that screen, and you got it. All right, everyone. That is the video for this week on Dawn of Titans, the Boreal Revenant, coming out tomorrow, September 9th. Jump in there, get it done. If at the very least you guys get the 2,500 souls and get the 3 boost relics, you are already ahead of the game. If this is something you're going to go all the way for, well, then do it. All right, guys, this is Dar Shigong, and as always, I hope to catch all of you gaming on the dark side.